agree. Let's stick in the Central Division here, Frank. I am calling it the battle of mid between this cluster of teams fighting for wildcard spots in the Central. Like Colorado, Dallas, Winnipeg, who we'll talk about in a second. They appear to be pretty good, although I know Winnipeg's only 3 points up on St. Louis. But then you get the Blues, the Preds, the Coyotes, all sitting there at that 22-point mark. And you go, man, Arizona as well. Minnie's in the mix somewhat. One of these teams might get into the playoffs, even though, I mean, outside of Minnesota, none of them had really legit playoff aspirations this year. When you look at this collection of, I'll call them mediocre hockey teams, is there one that stands out as you think they actually have a shot to be a playoff team?
Yeah, it's the Wild for all the reasons I just mentioned. I think they're going to be the team that ultimately gets in. I don't think the St. Louis Blues or the Nashville Predators, who have won a bunch of games in a row now, are really dying to get in. Not to say that they wouldn't like to, or that the bonus of getting in a year in which you're not expected to compete wouldn't be really nice, and they're not going to try and do that. But when it comes to the deadline and it comes to the overall sort of 30,000 foot view of this season, if the St. Louis Blues and Nashville Predators are being offered pretty strong prices for some pieces on their roster, they're going to be moving them.